Tune in to news across the galaxy where they talk all things LA Galaxy with the Nag Boys. Let's start nagging.
Be a dream.
I mean, that's pretty bad when you have a public apology like that.
Yeah, but I don't want to talk about that right now. It's not ruining anybody's Easter. Welcome to News Across the Galaxy, where we talk all things LA Galaxy. My name's Eddie, as always.
Eddie, more like John Cena. Can't see you, bro.
Oh, yeah, I've seen it for now. But as always, a texty guy over here. As always.
That's me?
Yeah.
Oh, hey there. I'm always here.
There you go. Well, in the physical form, apparently not always there. You know, whatever. Lights are on. Nobody's home. We got. Hey, look who's returning, Willis. Where the hell are you at, bro? What the hell are those things behind you?
Hey,
How is that?
chilling, bro. I'm with the glaciers.
Uh-oh. I think we're having little volume issues with you, Willis.
It's the
Oh,
other
no.
levels.
You guys can hear me?
Yeah, but it's kind of low. No, I'm tripping. No, you're good. Sorry. This is why I don't sit on this chair usually. Chewy's here right now, so he's about to take over. But before that, Edgar. What up, Edgar?
What up, man? I'm over here in the secret base back here again.
You back in Nicaragua?
Shh.
Secret location.
And of course, on the ones and twos, taking over. You know, we're in the Coachella theme, so my set time is over. My name is Eddie. You guys have been great. But we got Chewy coming up.
Yeah.
Yeah, so chewy.
What up?
So, hello, guys. Happy Easter.
It's Easter, man. Times are different during Easter. Thought it was earlier.
Easter man.
The Easter man.
Chewy gets a little excited. You know, he gets a little caught up looking for his huevitos.
Yeah, that's the whole point of Easter, man. Jesus is trying to find the eggs. That's why we hide them.
That makes sense.
Yep.
That
Yeah.
was
He
the
hires
greatest
the Easter Bunny.
explanation ever.
I remember in catechism hearing that. Something like that makes sense.
Passover, you know, you're passing over your eggs, so he passes them over and doesn't take them. So you have food for later.
Okay.
It's weird, but
No.
that's what it is.
Now that that's cleared up,
Hey, bro, it's the Bible. You don't have to understand it. You just acknowledge what it says.
See, you learn something even in News Across the Galaxy. Now
Yeah.
you know what the meaning of Easter is.
it totally
Yeah.
makes sense.
Easters?
With the wise
Yeah.
words.
See, Chewy comes in and drops a knowledge bomb like that.
There it is. Only way he knows how.
Before anything, we got to shout out the kids. The U17, I want to say, was out in Frisco, Texas, playing in that. I wish I had this tournament in front of me. Yeah, they made it to I want to say the finals, right? And lost in penalties to Manchester United. Nobody? All right, cool.
Dude,
Yes.
big shout out. Big shout out.
They lost to
I know what
Manchester
you're talking
United in
about,
penalties.
just don't know the name of the
Okay,
thing.
cool. Great job, guys.
It was the Generation Adidas tournament.
There you go. Thank you.
U17 Jack Cup.
There you go.
Generation
Adidas.
Jock up.
Well,
Nice.
I mean, shout out to them
17,
making
bro.
it to the final, but also really dope. You know what Marcelo Sarvas and Junior are doing over there. I don't know if you guys saw the young guys chanting right there doing
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
The chants, the supporter group chants.
Hell yeah. The kids get it.
Yeah, all right.
Hey, did you guys catch any of the highlights?
Oh yeah. Well, you know what? That's something I should have
Man,
brought up.
that-
Well,
That kid Alcala is something else, bro.
yeah. I mean, I know they're highlights and all, but yeah, man, those are special highlights especially for little kid.
You know, and it's always a good thing when the local league wins, because even though it wasn't LA Galaxy, Portland came away with the championship, and this was over like some of the best teams in the world, sending like their kids out here.
Yeah.
I don't know about you guys, but Dallas has always had the Dallas Cup. It's always been like a very important tournament for a lot of youth squads throughout the years for decades. And it's always a big deal when an American team is able to step up and do well in this tournament. And Portland won. Galaxy did well in the tournament as well. So good things. Hopefully, all of this means something, in the future, especially as 2026 starts coming around.
Yeah.
Hopefully the next Julian or next Julian is there. But yeah, back to that kid, Akala. That kid is definitely something special. Like those, I mean, he's 15, so he's got to be like one of the youngest people in the squad or in the game. So those little moves he was putting on, kind of pretty fearless there too, huh? He got that kid frustrated. He took a knock from that kid.
For real.
But I guess we'll wait and see. We'll wait and see if or how long we keep him, because he has a pre-contract apparently with Manchester City. So.
Well, as they should, because the kid looks promising. It doesn't even seem like we keep those type of players anyway.
Nah.
We usually never sign those, and they usually leave for free. So
Definitely not.
it is what it is.
Definitely not the Galaxy way, right?
Nope.
Oh, he's good. Nah, let him go.
No, thank you.
No, it's not like we had any before Matthew Hoppe, or ever had a problem, not keeping him. Pariola.
Pariola.
It's just we always keep the prospect.
Trash. We keep the best.
Yeah.
What do you mean? We kept Zubac. We kept McBean.
That's
All
why the
types of
best.
talents.
You're right. What am I worried about here?
Great talents.
All right. Enough. All right. We have faith, trust the process over the fuck they used to say. The big news that came out this week, the big news, and something I most definitely want to talk about, right? We got to see how everyone feels about this one. And it's been talked about by other podcasts already. And I think we're all going to share the same sentiment here. So, the LA Galaxy announced that their league, they announced the Leagues Cup match, right? Set for August 3rd. Doubleheader, guys. Doubleheader of soccer. Right?
Classic
That could be
double
great
headers.
until you find out it's LA Galaxy versus Big Brother Chivas and
Papa Chiva.
and then Junior Chivas versus America.
Club America.
Right. Now, but just to paint the picture, you have a doubleheader at SoFi Stadium, LA Galaxy versus Chivas de Guadalajara versus LAFC. And LAFC versus Club America. I saw that and I was like, no fucking way. Like, these guys are really think they could pull this off. That was my first thought. I don't know how you guys were feeling when you saw that announced.
I was in that get the
Jesus
fuck
Christ.
out of here mode. Because, dude, how blind are you to the situation that goes on with support groups from each of those teams? How are you not aware of the dislike that everyone in those teams have for each other? I don't get it.
This is, I mean, there's no, okay, this is not a superlative, no hyperbole. This is really bad. It's a really bad idea. I don't know how else to describe it. Like, when I first saw it, I was like, what are they thinking? What are they thinking? Like, you take LAFC versus Club America. These two have bad blood already. Like, their fans brawled last year during the All-Star game. Then you have, Galaxy versus Chivas Guadalajara, which there isn't like real vitriol there. The teams have had history in the past before, and they've had some good games, but there really isn't a lot of hatred. But when you have the fans from all four of these factions in the same stadium at the same time for this doubleheader, something's gonna happen. Is this like taking four really highly flammable substances, you put them all into a barrel, and then you just throw in like a match and just let it go off, and you're like, nothing's gonna happen. It'll be okay, folks. No.
That's basically what they're doing.
Like, Galaxy, Guadalajara, and Club America all have beef with LAFC. That's just the way it is. Chivas and America have had beef for like century, right? I mean, and so, my God, what a recipe for disaster. Who the hell greenlit this?
I mean, we gotta
What
call
I'm
it.
getting.
We gotta call it for what it is. It's The most cashiest cash grab you ever cashed, right?
It's well, shit. Don't make it too obvious.
Yeah, right.
I mean, if you're a casual fan, like, whoever's going to go to this game, think about it. What's the mentality of the person that says, I'm going to put money down on this game to go watch this? In the back of your mind, you got to be thinking, "Va a haber desmadre. Something's going to happen."
Yeah.
Right?
You're
And so
gonna-
you
you're
got-
gonna
your
keep
head's
your
gonna be in a
friends quiet,
swivel the
dude.
entire time.
Yeah.
And I mean, SoFi isn't some kind of haven. I mean, Rams and Charger fans were beefing with each other or with other fans throughout the entire season, and security did like a piss poor job of taking care of it. Some guy even got hurt so bad he ended up like practically brain dead, in the parking lot.
Shit.
So
I didn't know that.
yeah, it happened at between the Niners and Rams game.
Oh,
but
shit.
that's
Okay.
football.
No, this is gonna be worse. I could assure you
Yeah.
that.
Well, I mean, the good thing is that LAFC fans are already brain dead, so dodge the bullet there.
Oh,
This
shit.
is
are
such
facts.
a bad idea, man. God damn it! It's just such a stupid idea, man.
Yeah, it's a bad idea. It's a bad idea, but like you said, they're going for the cash grab. Dude, there's gonna be a fight. This has to be a fight.
they're gonna
There's
sell
gonna be
out.
at least one.
They're gonna sell out for sure. It's gonna be. A
Yeah, oh
sellout.
yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
You already know it's gonna be a sellout. You know what? You know what would be interesting? What do you think is gonna be the percentage of fans there? Who do you think is gonna have the high percentage?
I
I'd say
got you.
The
America.
Mexico
What do you guys
team.
think?
America
America.
and Guadalajara.
Yeah.
I
They-
think here in Cali, there's more America fans than there is Chivas
Well,
fans.
I don't know exactly
Yeah,
how
they-
that's gonna go. Like as far as like America or Chivas who's gonna have more, but I feel like 80% will be the combination
Mexico.
of Chivas America, yeah, and that 20% will be filled in with Galaxy and LAFC fans. Because
They just say LAFC fans are going to be vastly outnumbered by three factions that really don't like them.
yeah, I actually
gonna
really
get-
I really do see the Galaxy being the minority here because one, I'm not really too crazy about going because of everything we just talked about. Two, it's a meaningless game and it's going to be expensive. So that's
So why get my
That's
ass
true.
beat over a
Galaxy fans,
meaningless game?
yeah. And I think a lot of Galaxy fans are the same. Like, man, we're like season ticket holders and we had to pay $80 to $100 to go see this game. Fuck all
Just
that.
to get my ass kicked? Fuck it.
yeah.
Wait, $80 to $100?
$62, bro.
Like if you've ever wanted to know what it was like to be a U.S. soccer fan in a USA versus Mexico game back in the late 80s, early 90s, this is the kind of game to go to. Throw on some Galaxy gear and go sit near the LAFC and Chivas fans and just see what happens. Wave your little Galaxy flag. You're gonna come home drenched in beer and piss, man.
Nah. I think
Yeesh.
that's a hard pass for me. Yeah, but it's kind of crazy. And I don't want to totally botch this, but go watch the last episode of Straight from the Stands because Rudy's involved with leadership in ACB. And he talks about pretty much how like they're kind of washing their hands already because this isn't really like the Galaxy thing, so they don't have to really worry about security. This is like an MLS thing, so that's another that's another recipe added to this this disaster. So
I don't see the goal behind this, dude. I don't see this turning out well at all in that stadium. Or are they trying to implement some type of new security where they're like, all right, try us. So when the World Cup comes, they're kind of ready.
Could be.
Yeah, you know
Yeah,
what?
Mike.
Might have a point. Might have a point where they're like, we can definitely host the World Cup and everything that
Hey.
comes with it. So we're gonna put on a show for you guys. Here's our
See-
security.
The thing is, it's a different type of supporter, a fan that comes to a World Cup because it's a highly prestigious event.
right.
You don't see people brawling each other at a World Cup game. I mean, they'll talk shit to each other, but you don't see people like literally getting into fights at World Cup games because one, the tickets aren't cheap,
Right.
and two, the people that go to these games, I think they go through like a screening process in order to get tickets.
Yeah.
So
Really?
So
Yeah, because
Yes.
they're already. It's a raffle system, so I know there's already a few people that have been approved for tickets for what is it, Qatar?
yeah,
Edgar.
Yeah,
So
they're
is this like a trial by fire? Maybe like if they say they can handle this, or you guys ever seen fucking God damn it, Beer Fest?
oh shit.
It's on
'Cause you could
Netflix,
drink-
by the
Only
way.
100 times.
Goat piss. You could drink anything.
Yep. So
This is-
this is the goat piss.
They're
It's on
drinking.
Netflix
They're gonna
by
drink
the
the goat piss.
Yeah.
So there is gonna be a lot of goat piss.
that
I
was
can only
Didn't.
I can only imagine like what the Inglewood like mayor and the city council are talking about right now as far as like, hey guys, we have a freaking perfect storm headed our way.
Oh, they have no
It's like
idea.
there's
That's the
They
biggest
probably have
problem.
no idea.
and a tornado and like a
They don't-
freaking
they don't
tidal
even
wave
know what
all at the
soccer
same
is.
time.
Nah, dude.
Oh no, they know what's going on.
Nah,
Nah,
they think they
don't.
know.
They don't. They think. Yeah, they think they know.
If they knew, they wouldn't have made this shit a thing.
But who's behind this game? Has anybody looked into it? It was at Sum? Is it Sum again? Because that seems like a really boneheaded idea. I mean,
MLS.
No, it's MLS because Leagues Cup.
oh, it is leaks. The sad thing about this, and the ironic thing about this is, this comes on the heels. Well, it's only been like a month or two, but after what happened in
Don't
We've
take
already
it
talked
at all.
about
Don't
it.
take it at all because that has nothing to do with
What-
this.
what happened in Liga MX
There you go.
has reverberated across the footballing world. I mean, we saw already how LAFC and Galaxy handled this. Try to, at least wash their hands clean. It's like we did the PR thing and we put out a little video so people can be all kumbaya about it. But to go ahead and have this mix of different forces together in one stadium at the same time, it's like, what are you doing, man? You're like, you already did the peaceful thing. Now you're gonna go ahead and put all these forces together. Oh
They
my
want this
god!
verga. MLS wants this verga. That's what they want.
Why
mean,
though?
yeah.
Okay, let's say that's the case.
I'm-
Why
I'm-
would they want this type of
No, but
game?
okay, all right,
Let's play fucking
no,
fantasy.
I can't.
I'm interested now.
okay. But I'm gonna put something out. I'm pretty sure this game was already mapped out or planned before what happened in Liga MX.
Oh yeah.
So,
Yeah, but okay, but still, you should be able to revisit whatever this was already gonna
I'm
happen and be
sure-
like,
I'm
hey,
sure
look, this
that
is what
there's-
happened there. Let's
I'm
try
sh-
to prevent something like this here because
I'm-
you want the sport to grow
yeah,
here,
but I'm
right?
sure that's like a hefty fine, because they probably did promise the city of Inglewood or the SoFi, whoever the fuck they have to do these numbers with X amount of dollars, which again, it's a cash grab, so it's gonna bring a shitload of money.
Yep.
So,
Why
anyways,
they
go ahead,
promising
play
shit
this
that
game.
they don't want to fucking.
Answer first, Brian.
Okay, let's say with this, let's say they did want everybody to fucking get down. Like, what's the end goal behind this? Do you think
Wow.
MLS is trying to implement some type of identification for those type of fans? So, like, when they go to the support groups, you have to identify yourself somehow, like with an ID or something. And that's the
Bro,
way they're
thing
gonna
is
crack
that-
down on
They
people
already
that are
fucking
fucking
know.
doing shit.
They already fucking know, dude.
Yeah, but it'd be
This is-
easier if you have to get into support section, like, with
Yeah.
like a
The thing-
code or
see,
something.
here's the
so
thing.
you're
They're already
identified the whole time.
They already know. Whenever
Maybe-
you buy supporter season tickets for Galaxy, they have your info.
Yeah, but they don't
Yeah.
have it as you walk into the supporter section. That's what I'm saying.
What do you mean? They have it because you scanned it when
No,
they
fool.
scan your ticket.
What I'm saying, like, when you go into the supporter section, you'll be like, oh, this is I'm Bryant. Can I come in here? Because I'm in here. What I'm saying is they're going to try to implement some shit like that where you have
But
to identify
on-
yourself
on
when you
the
go into the
on
supporter
playoff games, they
section.
do that. You forget? On playoff games, they do that.
They don't do that.
They don't do
What do
that.
you mean?
So-
Every time when we've gone to the playoff games here at the Digs, when you try to get into supporter section, you have to show your ticket.
No, that's
Yeah,
We're
different.
talking about ID.
Yeah,
IDing
ID. So
yourself.
they're already doing that in Liga MX. If I'm not mistaken, and Edgar might know more of this. A lot of teams in the Premier League do that as well, right? Like you have to have like a membership ID, like to go into the groups.
Well, the Premier League, they've gone into this mode because they had so many issues with hooliganism in the throughout the 70s and the 80s, and then the Hills, all those that disaster in Liverpool. I mean, the Hillsborough disaster. I mean, so the Premier League, they can control things a lot better because the other thing, England is the size of California. Imagine an entire country, right, fitting inside California, and so they have Big Brother always watching. That wherever you go in England, you're always on camera somewhere. So there's, they have all this technology; they can track you wherever you go. So if somebody gets banned from a stadium, it's very difficult for you to get back in. We don't have that here. We have stadium security, and we see what happens. Like somebody drops a cup, and like they're on top of you, but you start punching people, and security just kind of watches, to see who dies first.
World Star.
Well, according to right here, Andrew Alessana, Capo Supremo, he says that some MLS teams already have the season ticket member IDs. Red Bulls already do that. So I guess
But-
on our way.
The thing is, you you can keep track of the official supporters, and maybe the official supporters aren't going to do anything. But what about your casual fan or your guy who isn't a member of a supporter, who just shows up and he's like, yeah, Real America, and oh, there's the Chivas fan. The fuck those guys. I'm gonna go start this Verga with them.
But okay, I'll play
Yeah.
conspiracy
nothing
with
you can
Bryant
do
though.
at that point.
I think that's why they do it this way, to like
To incite some shit.
let's see. Let
Instigating.
me
What's
sound.
up?
Let me sound like Edgar here. They're dangling that big old raw steak in front of the hungry lion. Yeah, and they just open the cage.
Have at it, boys.
And have at it. That's my best Edgar analogy I could
Oh,
do.
that was,
On the menu, boys.
Pretty good.
Hey, so
that was
okay.
that was a horrible Edgar.
So think about it. Think about it for a moment. What was it? 3-4 years ago, we got the season ticket member cards, right?
Yeah.
Where our
Fucking
tickets
never
were on the
used them.
card. I know.
We never
but-
used them.
I know, because then all the whole fucking COVID
world,
happened and
yeah.
shit. So what if that was kind of like the start of getting people used to using a card,
Maybe.
and they just
You know
kind
who-
of fucked up? Not
The
by
Portland
that.
Timbers have been doing the cards for years, though. I have a friend who's a Timbers fan, and she said they've been doing the card thing for a long time.
Like the card that what we did, or the
Like
ID?
a little card like this, like an ID
Yeah.
like this, like the one that we.
Yeah.
They've been doing it for years, and the biggest reason that they did it, because Portland is, they're very
Amish.
forward thinking, and so their whole thinking was like, oh, this is gonna save trees. We're not gonna be printing tickets. We just have our little card that we use, for every
Yeah,
game.
they're chopping the motherfucking tree every game.
Yeah, they do, right?
And they use
We're gonna
these,
save
they
a
use
tree.
diesel
Yeah, tree.
fuels. Forward thinking,
For
and they
every
use
tree.
diesel fuels.
For every tree I save, I kill one.
It's called balance. Hey, by the way, Edgar, your card, you couldn't see it because of the green screen. Try your debit card instead.
There you go. Oh, my debit card. There you go. Man.
Hold it through real quick.
Here's my-
Hit the screenshot button.
Here's my social security card right here.
Oh man, so I don't know what the result of this game is going to be. I mean, I don't want to play I mean, we can play conspiracies, but I just think it was planned way before, and it was always going to be a cash grab, and everything.
is what it is now.
Yeah, what
And-
happened, and now best of luck to everyone that goes. I don't think you'll catch me there. Probably not even with free tickets, because I don't think I don't think a meaningless game is worth it to me.
But if
You
you,
know
do
what's
want to send
gonna-
free tickets, I will definitely go.
Maybe me too. If they're
Oh.
free.
For free tickets, I will be there.
Oh yeah, I'm going for free tickets. What the fuck? Eddie's stupid.
Yeah, don't send none to Eddie.
Oh,
Yeah,
shit.
he doesn't want to go.
Yeah, don't send them to me. Then.
By the way, on top of all that, I haven't been to SoFi yet, but everybody that has been to a game there has told me that getting in and out of there is fucking nightmare.
Yeah.
I have a friend who's a New York Giants fan. He went to see the Giants play the Rams. He said it took them 2 hours to get out of the parking lot.
Damn.
2 hours.
Throwback night, baby. The
And
Rose Bowl.
he said, like, we left right at the game. When has the game ended? He's like, the game ended, and we ran to the car. We got in the car. It took us 2 hours to get out of the parking lot. Oh,
So-
my God. Can you imagine you have, like, all these people trying to get out of that stadium at the same time, and everybody's, like, angry and hating each other?
Yeah.
Fuck
So,
Chivas.
right-
Fuck other
you gotta-
Chivas.
So right now,
That's why you gotta stay there and chill.
From what I saw, the capacity is 70,000.
That's
That's-
70,000 putazos.
Oh, by the way,
Flying.
Maybe they're going to cap the capacity, you think?
Not
No.
Or
well,
they're going to go for max?
nah, they're going max.
no. Well, if they do max, that's what 100.
No,
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 hell
no.
no.
He mean what Edgar's saying is under 70. Like you think
Oh.
they'll cut it? Like
Nah,
they'll limit
you,
it to 50
you know
or
what?
something.
If it's a cash grab, they're going all
They're going
all the
all
way.
I think they're going all in.
And they're
too.
going to, and you know why they probably did this double header type of deal, because
To
they're
your
not sure if
One of them could sell out.
because they're not banking on Galaxy or LAFC selling tickets that much. They're banking on America and Chivas selling the bulk of tickets. Honestly,
You know what? The only good thing about this game is like the tweets and the puns. Like
Hell yeah.
I thought the Royal Rumble was next year or WrestleMania was next year. That's so fine.
not dude. And you know what? Honestly, there's people here that don't go Galaxy, that don't go LAFC, and they still watch Liga MX soccer. So if they get the chance to see America Chivas because they want to and they
I'm
don't
not
go
knocking that.
over there, I mean, might as well.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm not knocking that. It's just
Well-
putting them together.
Hope everybody
mean-
has fun.
I honestly, I think we're overthinking the desmadre that might happen.
I hope so too.
I hope so too. But you know where there won't be this madre?
In mi casa.
The LA Galaxy surprisingly drew
Didn't
San
do
Diego
shit?
Loyal in the next round of the
Oh.
Open Cup. So
Oh, those are our BFFs now.
yeah, so we got Landon Donovan visiting the Digs on Tuesday.
Hell yeah.
That should be
Ooh.
pretty fun. If you're a season ticket member, you should already receive
Yeah.
your tickets for free. You're gonna get a good chance to see our boy Jovalic. We hope, Edgar.
Does anybody know if it's free parking? I doubt it. But
Nah.
does anybody know?
I doubt it's free parking.
I doubt it's free parking, man. But this is an opportunity to actually take this tournament seriously. Because at this point, Galaxy would probably send across the country to play against Carolina. You know, they always lost to Carolina.
Edgar.
But no, we get San Diego Loyal now, which is very interesting. Because that's Lando's team, and so it'll be nice to see Lando once again back, at the Dig. But now he's managing the other side, and they're going to be hungry to try to get a nice upset against the LA Galaxy. Curious to see what kind of attendance we're going to see at this game, because in the past Open Cup games haven't drawn that well. Although it's the winner gets a spot in the Champions League. I mean, so. It's not a waste of time.
Yeah, I know, and I don't know why teams don't put so much importance to it, because you're able to get the Champions League spot.
berth, yeah.
Yeah, and it's the easiest way to get to the Champions League too. You don't have to go through the whole season and grind it all out.
Well,
Yeah.
as the MLS has progressed, it
Just
feels
like-
like maybe they'll put a little bit more importance into these type of games. I mean, we haven't had an Open Cup here in a minute, right?
Not that
Couple
I
years?
Remember? No,
It's
I want to
been
say
like 3 years.
Yeah.
The last one was in 2019.
Sheesh.
So that's
Yeah.
what I'm saying. Maybe now with the progression of MLS and everybody being a little bit more competitive and actually having rosters they can fill with some good competition, they'll probably take these tournaments a little bit more
I
serious.
actually really like this for a couple reasons. Our depth and Vanny's player management, or is that the right word? Player management, whatever. Because I feel like, no disrespect to the USL, we should, even with our second string, we should be able to beat this team, right? If you kind of look around, Klinsmann, not a bad player, right? You're gonna have probably Sabaleta and Depew, should be above USL at least, sort of. Well, actually, the wing backs is where the question comes, right? You're gonna start Leerdam and I don't know, somebody else.
Is Villafana still out?
He's still out, yeah.
I mean, those are times to experiment as well, right?
I guess so. Costa at left back. Fuck. Actually, no. There's not that much depth.
Yeah,
I guess you would start Efra. You would start Sasha. You would start because the middle's kind of gonna.
You
is
would.
gonna be the question.
I wouldn't even dress Chicha.
No. Or you probably do
Oh,
dress
hell
him just
no.
in case it gets
Nah.
down to the. You dress him in case it gets down to that one goal.
Nah, if
But
it
Jovic-
gets
Nah,
down to
you don't
that
trust
one
him.
Yeah,
goal,
Jovic starts,
Yeah.
and then you have Cabral's gonna
Cabral
start.
starts.
I assume.
Get him some confidence.
you bring Dunbar
Yeah.
and you put him on Chicha's
Yeah.
spot.
Yeah, you're gonna bring up some play. Oh, Carlos Harvey. Carlos Harvey. You
Carlos
probably
Harvey.
see on there.
Yeah,
And
I
Chicha
get it.
doesn't. Chicha's
Aguirre, yeah.
Chicha, go on your Twitch, play some Call of Duty. Don't even go.
So, I mean, I'm excited to see them play. So I'm
Yeah.
hoping that this should actually. I think it should be an easy game.
Yeah.
In
And
my
you
heart.
give some reps to the guys that really don't get that much playing time.
What we're
Like
gonna
a
see-
Jovic, who we wanted to see get some minutes in the first team, but hasn't really got any minutes. So in those type of games, you give him some minutes, you boost his confidence up, and give him a good look at some competition in a cup match, nonetheless. So
Jonathan starting.
Jonathan's
keeper?
starting for sure. In
Yeah,
goal.
Jonathan's definitely
Oh,
starting.
Oh, watch it be Rick Sanchez.
hey, guys.
Trying to be funny.
Dude, if it's him,
By the
the wubba lubba dub dub has to be a chant.
By the way, guys, I wanted to bring up the fact that this is not the first time that we've had, Galaxy and Club America and Guadalajara and Chivas, all like USA, all in the same stadium.
Uh-huh.
Because I remember back in 2005, they had that doubleheader where it was Chivas Guadalajara versus Club America, and
Tigres
then
somebody else.
Galaxy versus versus Chivas USA at the
Oh.
Coliseum. 88,000 people showed up.
Yes.
But I don't remember hearing anything going down at that time. I mean, Galaxy beat Chivas USA, and then forgot who won between. I think America beat Guadalajara in that game. But It was 88,000 people at the Coliseum. But the Coliseum, it has its history for having interesting things happen at the stadium.
But nothing gets reported there either.
Yeah.
No, like, you could get stabbed in the hallway, and like you'll go home and be like, "What happened? Oh, I just got stabbed."
That's it.
When did I get
That's it.
stabbed?
Again, again.
All right. You guys ready for the main event?
Main event.
Oh, the guy from Texas won.
Main event, quote unquote. I'm doing this finger thingies.
Main event.
Because this game blows.
Wait, we played yesterday?
Yeah, apparently.
Oh. Huh.
I gonna go with the lineup first. Then I'm gonna ask you how you guys felt going into the game. I usually ask before, but we ran long with the other topics, so we're just gonna go into the lineup first, and then I'll ask you guys how you guys felt before and after the lineup. So, in goal, Jonathan Bond. No surprise there. You had Raheem Edwards starting left back. I don't think that's going to change even when Villafania comes back. Derek Williams and Sega Koulibaly, which rightfully so should be our starting center backs. Fight me if you want.
Yep.
Julian Raujo at right back. And then here's where it gets interesting, right? You have Leerdam and Delgado starting as CDMs. You have Grancer out left, Douglas Costa out right, Revolucion playing the quote-unquote number 10, and Chicha up by himself. Also want to mention that there was no Victor Vasquez not in the lineup nor on the bench. So, see this lineup. How you guys feeling going into this game? Definitely something we haven't seen this season yet.
Very interesting. I saw this interesting in a positive way, though.
Okay.
Since I think that midfield was the biggest question of how we were going to plug either another CDM or a quote unquote cam. Leerdam and Delgado was an interesting pairing that I kind of was looking forward to seeing. Revolution at the quote unquote 10 was another spot that I was curious to see. Before the match, I was very confident with this lineup, to be honest. A team that in Chicago that kind of sits back. I thought with this lineup, we probably could have been able to produce a little bit more offensively since Revolution has been part of a lot of the goals this season. But yeah, I was confident. Willis?
Me, not so much, actually. I found it interesting that they were going to start Leerdam again in that center defensive mid spot. And I don't know, no me convence. But I think since it worked for the Chivas USA game, that Vanny's like, okay, well, let's try it again. And let's see if we get Revolution some freedom to go and push out and maybe create a little bit more. But knowing how Chicago plays, that's where I was kind of iffy on the lineup because you need somebody to create those spaces. And unfortunately, Revolution is not that type of player. And during the game, when you can see it, there was no creativity coming from the middle. All the creativity was coming from the wings. So, it was hit or miss.
Yeah, I mean, I think when I first saw the lineup, I was excited. I actually liked the Grancer Costa starting.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I didn't give too much thought about Revolution not being able to lock that defense, right, and being able to get that pass through, because I personally have never watched Chicago, but I heard the stat about only 2 goals conceded in 7 games or something like that.
I think that defense is legit, bro.
Yeah,
4
man.
clean sheets.
Yeah, and then watching that game, I could see it. Ezra Hendrickson is doing something right there with their discipline. That team is super disciplined and really hard to break.
Yeah.
And Mourinho ball right there.
That's basically what it was. On top of that, like this game, it might have been just me, but I even told you this, like the pitch was it was off, right?
Yeah.
And I don't think it lends itself to our type of players who like to use some type of speed on the wings, especially with Grancer. It didn't seem like nothing was going for the Galaxy offensively. It was very ugly.
Game overall, to be honest.
yeah, I know, and that's kind of like it's kind of funny, but we were we're contemplating whether we would do the game as the main event on the show today because it was It was a bit of a snoozer. I know you disagree. Well, listen, I'm gonna let you have the floor in a minute because I gotta hear this. But for the most part, it was a team. It was two teams that, when had possession, didn't do shit.
Yeah. Well, Chicago already doesn't do shit offensively.
5 goals.
They're good defensively, which they showed in that first half. But us, I thought with Costa in there being the more elusive winger that we have on the team, that he'd be able to do some damage.
Yeah.
Wasn't the case. Revolution showed that he's not that number
Yeah.
10.
I mean, if Willis really thought that way, and when you saw that lineup, let me ask you, Vasquez is not available. Would you have tried Costa in the middle?
No, honestly, I thought they would. I thought they would start Alvarez in the middle. He's been playing pretty well these last couple games, and consistently too.
But,
And he came in as a sub,
Wait,
and he played well as well. So
Costa did do damage to our hearts.
But I mean, Efra actually he did have a decent game against a good game against LAFC. But the other games when he came in, his better performances were out wide.
Yeah, they were.
yeah, true. But that's why I thought, you know what, maybe he gives them a chance in the middle this time.
Mm-hmm.
So you never know. He's good on the ball. All he needs is the ball on his feet, and he creates. So I thought that's what was missing in the game, man.
Mm-hmm.
When he came in, he actually created a bit more. That game opened itself up at the end. I don't know if you guys noticed. There's a lot of back and forth. There's just no shot on goal.
Yeah.
That's the only thing.
I'm gonna nitpick a little bit though. I was watching the game next to Bryant, and Efra is still having some of those issues. There was a few plays where he got taken off the ball a little too easy for my liking.
Oh, yeah.
He had he actually, well, the positive is he did lose his mark at some points, but he recovered, which he hadn't done in the past. But it's still not the Efra that we've come to see and love in the last couple seasons. Sorry, Julian. I said Efra.
Julian, yeah.
Julian. I said Efra. My bad.
Julian.
My
I was
bad.
like,
It's
wait a
just,
minute.
that's
Wait a
Simpson things. Bart, no.
Yeah.
I'm right here.
Yeah, this was one of Araujo's better games, I guess.
Season, yeah.
This season so far, yes, this has been one of his better games. It wasn't, like you said, the Julian that we want to see, but there was a couple things that I seen that he fixed. In the beginning of the season, I remember there was a couple of goals that the offense would cross it and Julian would lose his mark and leave the guy
On the
behind
shoulder,
him.
yeah.
So this time he was actually aware of that shit and
He
would hit
looked.
him out to the corners, which is something that he learned from his mistakes. So
Yeah.
that's a positive.
Yeah.
From this game.
Yeah. Again, I'm nitpicking because, to be honest, like we can go through like 4 highlights in this game and we're done talking about this game. 'Cause
Yeah.
Really, that's all there was. Right.
Yeah, true. But I mean, the way I saw the game was, I'm a defender, so I saw a lot of good defensive plays, and that's why I thought it was a good game. It was a lot of, I guess, battle in the trenches, and it wasn't so much exciting as it was more of, like, if you a student of the game, you're like, shit, this is a good defensive game. On both sides, it was a good defensive game on both sides.
Willis is right. Why we just always got to talk shit and look at the negative, huh?
Well,
The Galaxy. That's one thing we have to mention. It ended 0-0. Spoiler alert. But that's another shutout on the road.
all right, let me throw a little cold water on that. Going into this game, Chicago had the stingiest defense in the league. They've only given up 2 goals in 7 matches.
Hey, welcome back to the show, Edgar.
All right, Slonina, their goalkeeper is doing a fantastic job. They're managed by Ezra Hendrickson, who was a great defender during his time at MLS. He played like different positions for the Galaxy, but he was also known as a sweeper, and he would always like run up the flanks and create. But at heart, he's a defender, so he's created a very defensive-minded team.
Yep.
The thing is, though, that even though they had Kasper Shavilko, these guys struggle. I mean, they really struggle to score goals. They've only scored 5 goals all season long. So, I mean, at one point, they really hold you down on defense, but man, they can't score. So for the Galaxy to go in there and get a shout out, hey, welcome. Hey, everybody gets one. Against these guys, but at the same time, you're not going to score either. So
Yeah.
but
I got a question for the chat. Who do you guys?
the one thing.
Go ahead.
Sorry, let me just finish my thought real
Go
quick.
for it.
The one thing that one positive, and I think I mentioned this to you guys before we got on. The one positive I got from this game is that it was very, very chippy.
Yeah.
And it reminded me a lot of the old LA Galaxy versus Chicago Fire rivalry that bloomed during that season in '98 when Chicago won the cup. But Galaxy and Chicago had some very contentious matches, and in that playoff series that they had where Chicago advanced to the cup, Galaxy and the Fire, they really went at each other. It was bad. There was like a bad blood between the two teams. So, yeah, it makes it for more interesting competitive matches. So,
Now I was just gonna ask. It's not as funny as anymore, but I'm gonna bring it up anyways. Who do you guys think struggles more, Chicago's offense or Edgar's internet speed with all that buffering?
Ooh.
It was really bad. It was really bad the first time, and then he put you back on the screen, and it wasn't as bad. And that's why I was like, there goes my show.
you know what, Eddie? I was gonna boost the Discord server. I'm not gonna do it anymore. Sorry.
Don't send me tickets to the game, but Venmo me so I can boost the Discord.
I'm gonna send you tickets to that Super League or game,
what a
whatever
dick.
it's called.
How can I not go?
Yeah.
No, but you know what? You're right. I mean, you did throw some cold water in that sucks. But I mean, at least compared to the years prior, the Galaxy did what they were supposed to do, right? Would you have been this confident last year or the year before that the Galaxy should and would shut out this team?
I
Chicago
would have.
has been really bad the last few years.
Yeah.
I would have expected a victory regardless.
Yeah. So
I mean, did we all expect the win though? I did.
Kinda.
no, I said loss. I said loss because of the
Oh, sorry. Did you say if we expected a loss against these guys?
no win. He said win.
I expected a win.
Yeah, we expected a win. Yeah, these guys they haven't been good in years past, and now it's turning out that they're a defense first team. So that's how they won their cup, by the way, in '98. They played like really staunch defense, and they scored a lot of goals on set pieces.
Yeah.
I was one of those few ones that actually put tie on our thing. I was like, yeah, we ain't winning shit.
I wasn't ready to. I'm not ready to love yet. So I'm always like this, and I don't know if you guys remember, like when we play a team that I don't know nothing about or haven't paid close attention to.
Yeah.
I feel more worried than I do going against an LAFC or another team like that. Plus, the fact that Vanny hadn't won 3 games in a row as a Galaxy coach, I was like, okay, this is an L, because it's very Vanny-like to have these great performances and then lay an egg.
Ah.
And like the light bulb went out of my head right away.
Fuck you, Santa, or whoever.
For all the kids watching, just so
there
you
you
know,
go.
Jesus, it's Jesus.
that was for you. Shit. No,
For you, Jesus.
but yeah, I just because I wasn't really sure about this team, I didn't feel too confident. I thought we were just gonna bust a good old Galaxy,
Play down a
Danny's-
competition.
and we almost did.
Yeah.
You
there
know,
was
Vanny's had a tough time against former teammates that are managers, because he's had a hard time with Robin
I've
Fraser
noticed.
in Colorado, and he has a hard time with Ezra Hendrickson. I mean, who else is managing? That's a former Galaxy player in MLS. Watch out.
Pat Noonan with Cincy.
And Noonan, oh shit, we
Yeah.
can't lose against these guys. You know what? MLS was had a really weird weekend. I mean, Seattle lost to Miami at home. What the fuck?
Well, they played the second squad. That's fine. They're about to play the final. So
Still,
they
man, you don't
rotated
lose
all
to
their
Miami, man.
You don't lose to Miami.
What do you mean? You lost. Who lost to Miami last week? Was it Nashville?
New England. New England's losing
Oh,
everyone.
New England. There you go. Miami's
Anyway.
got something, bro.
I think they won this weekend.
They won this weekend. Yeah, good for you, legit.
Good for you.
I forgot I was going to say that. Oh, let's talk about some of these highlights again. We try to stretch this as much
Highlights.
as we could, but yeah, exactly, quote unquote highlights. And this is actually, this is giving more credit to Chicago, I guess. The one, Chicha had the first chance, right? The one that he scored.
Yeah. The
Dude,
offside.
yeah, they
Yeah.
have that shit down to like perfection. And we saw it and we didn't even celebrate. We saw it in.
It was, right away, we saw
We
it.
saw it
That
right
one was
away.
very
It was
noticeable.
outside.
Yeah.
Uh,
Actually, no, before that, even more clear chance that wasn't offside. Grand Sir.
oh, yeah. The one
Douglas
that Costa
Costa
gave up.
played
Oh,
a
man.
beautiful ball. And to Grand Sir's credit, he
Jeez.
made a great run too, because it was a cut, he cut into the middle.
Yeah.
Cut in, yeah.
But
He
There
couldn't
was that
control.
one.
Fuck, man. If he would have brought it down,
Yeah.
it would have been a clean goal. Maybe we would have been able to bring it down.
I mean, okay. This first half, the first 15 minutes, as usual, as the away team, you absorb the pressure. That's what I thought. I was like, all right, cool. First 15 is going to be ugly. Then it kept getting uglier and uglier. One highlight, though, that maybe we should talk about is about that no call of the handball.
oh shit, we missed a lot here. Great podcasting, guys.
Over there with
There was
Julian.
a handball in that first half that
Oh, no, yeah.
it was clear as day
I
to me.
I wonder how that's not a handball, right? Like Vanny said in the post game conference, I guess I don't know what a handball is anymore, because every rule that I've said, every time it's changed, and no point that I think that wasn't a handball. Like no matter how much the rules changed, right? Because that ball, that hand is away from the body.
Yeah.
It's in a dangerous area, right? He doesn't touch it. I don't remember the player clearly, but it could have landed, at another Galaxy's player's feet or something, right? That disrupted the play. I don't see how it's not a handball. I don't see how at least the ref doesn't go look at it for himself.
I mean, he did.
He didn't go
but-
look at it, did he?
Yeah,
Am
he
I
went to go
tripping?
look at it.
No, I don't think he went to look at it.
No, he didn't.
No, because
Nah,
they
they
were,
didn't VAR it.
yeah, he went to go check the offside for Costa. But
Yeah.
he didn't go check the handball. They're just like, oh, the check is the review's done.
So
Yeah, because
how-
he was like this. He was like,
Yeah.
There's no way that's not a PK. I don't understand that call at all, or the no call. I mean, granted, you're not always gonna get the calls,
Yeah.
but that one, I think that's one of those clear and obvious ones,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. I mean, I'm not gonna sit here and bitch and whine, and that's why we didn't win, because we should have scored anyways. But
Yeah.
I'm still like pretty shocked that it didn't at least get a closer look.
Well, the rest were having a snooze fest too, and I slept on it.
That's how boring the game was.
That's how boring the game
You
was.
know how much more stoppage time there has to be if you go review it? No. Play on.
hold on. Didn't they get 6 minutes of stoppage
Yeah,
time?
in the second
Sheesh,
half.
They,
hit
they
the snooze
really
button.
wanted a fucking snooze fest.
Yeah.
This is such an MLS thing that happened, by the way, where Chicago they've struggled for quite a while now to attract fans back to their stadium. I mean, because they got after that hot start in '98, and they had good attendance, and then it kind of dissipated over the years. There were issues between supporters and the front office. That stadium that was way outside the city. Now they're trying to rebrand themselves and come back into the city, at Soldier Field, which is huge, right? I mean, when are you going to fill that place up, right? Even the Bears have a hard time filling that place up.
The Bears.
The Bears. And so, all of a sudden, you get Galaxy and their Chicha's in good form. Their allowance like, we've sold at least 25,000 seats. It turns out it's 30,000, right? Everybody's all revved up like, yeah, Portugal versus Mexico, yeah. And then you're waiting for something to happen. You're poking with a stick like, do something, and nothing happens. And there's good 0-0 matches, and then you have this shit, right? And then you're like, this is such an MLS thing to happen. It reminds me of like when the Galaxy beat the New England Revolution at home in front of all those people who were hoping to get something, and then nope, Galaxy won. And there's been times when MLS attracts like a massive amount of people to like a certain area that maybe they're not used to the sport, and then the whole team loses for some reason, and failed opportunity to attract a wider audience. And here comes Chicago. They have all these people there, and nope, boring 0-0 match. Here, nothing to see here, folks. Go back.
It's funny because I don't know if he did that on purpose, but it really was like that Mexico-Portugal game on The Simpsons.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
shit was.
He goes to the center, back to the right, back to the center, back to the left, to the center.
No Spanish. No Spanish. Come on.
I can't do it. But it does suck though. It sucks because those, Galaxy doesn't come into town, all the time, and then we're not tooting our own horn. We've seen it, right? We've seen it with us having the big names. It always attracts bigger numbers.
Yeah.
And for the greater good, well, I wouldn't have taken the loss, but at least a 1-1 draw, 2-2 draw, something for the
Somebody's
fans,
part.
for the league.
I mean, they had chances, bro. It's just ours got called off with that Douglas Costa one, and fucking Bondi made what a fucking save, bro.
Oh,
Oh,
In
yeah.
that second half, fucking
kick
Bondi,
save.
bro. God damn, no, with the
Bond.
fucking Shabelko,
Bond.
that 1-on-1,
Yeah.
Bond.
Bondi said,
1-on-1
nope.
with Shabelko, man. Sheesh.
Keeper sweeper.
Keeper sweeper.
Yeah,
He's
that
straight.
shit was tight. I was
Don't
impressed.
seem that shit, dude.
Everyone gets one, Eddie.
Yeah, Chicago definitely got one. And that was about it.
That was the only actual
Dangerous play.
dangerous play that they put us in.
Yeah. And that was on Sega too. Sega had done
Yeah.
that. Sega had done that earlier too. He misread the line.
Where he stuttered. I seen that shit.
Yeah, when Williams stopped, that everyone else stopped, but Sega kept going. In a previous play, he had done that. He had done that earlier, and then he did it again, in this play. So Sega actually kept them on, and luckily,
Yeah.
I'm glad that team sucks offensively. They're really bad offensively. Because I think they could have got us in a couple. Because in that
You gotta
second
think
half,
about it too. Shaqiri was missing, so
And Shakira
they had done this whole promo of Shaqiri
the
versus
media,
Chicha, and
the press
Shaqiri didn't even-
conference.
didn't even dress.
Damn,
Yeah.
that sucks.
I wanted to hear whenever, wherever.
What?
What?
Didn't think about it. Somebody will get it in the chat.
Nobody got it.
Still nothing.
Nope.
Oh God!
I didn't hear what you said.
I said I really wanted to hear whenever, wherever.
Nope.
Whatever.
There you go.
Shakira. Damn.
Here and you be there.
Thanks for the bell out, Willis.
Boo.
Oh my God! Thanks, man. Overall, one of the more boring games I've seen in a couple of seasons. I want to say, to be honest.
Can you imagine if you're like a Chicago supporter? I mean, you're a Chicago supporter and you're like, hey guys, big game against LA, and you invite all your homies from work, that
Jeez.
have never seen a game before, and then you make them sit through this.
Don't ever invite me again.
Yeah, I've done that with the Galaxy in the past.
You know what? On Monday morning, we're gonna demote you.
But I'm the owner. It's fucking bad.
I will say this though. Although it was a boring
Oh,
game, one of the things that I saw that was very hopeful, and maybe we get to see this more often, is when Douglas Costa was put right underneath Chicha, or maybe next to him when they were playing that double striker, quote unquote. I think we've been asking for this since the beginning of the season. Maybe we're not gonna have a creative cam. Why don't you pinch in Douglas Costa? And I think, well, when we
He
saw that
naturally
goal,
does that though.
when we saw that
He
goal,
naturally does that.
that's what I'm saying. So might as well just play him in the middle. No, this is something that
No, because he likes to start wide and then pinch in.
on that
Because
goal
that's how you create
that
space.
that got called back. That shit came right through the middle. Chicha gave him the pretty clean ass pass.
Yeah,
So
that was a nice pass.
I mean, if Annie is thinking about experimenting with them two like that up top, maybe we could get a little bit more productive on the offensive side.
If any, put in number 9.
Oh, he did play, huh?
No, he
But
didn't.
Oh man,
He didn't play him.
Cabral did play.
God,
99
dude,
is not
right.
Cabral.
Oh, 99. I thought you said number 9.
99.
I think it's a number 9 too.
Bring in 99.
Nah,
He didn't.
he didn't.
I mean, the subs in this game, they weren't like bad moves. I guess like looking at the personnel, but the personnel came in and didn't do shit. Cabral didn't come
Is
in
it
to do
ironic?
shit. Question is looking slower every day. So
Is it ironic that they subbed out Costa for Cabral, and they both like struggled? I don't
They
know,
did.
man.
They struggled as soon as Cabral came in.
DP for DP. Jeez. That's the
DP
guy.
off the bench, baby.
That's.
I hope he plays Tuesday,
Oh,
dude.
man.
He needs to he needs
Cabral?
something. Yeah, dude. He needs something to get
He
him
needs to go off.
get him going, dude.
Yeah.
'Cause he's playing in LA. There's a lot of fans already that don't care much for him or for what he brings to the team because he brings nothing to the team so far.
he's gonna fuck up and like have an awesome performance, but like flip off Donovan, not knowing like his Galaxy history and shit. The
And
fans
the
are
fans are gonna get
turn
more on him.
He,
Fuck.
he needs to be the MVP of that
Oh,
fucking
shit.
of that little tournament.
Yeah, I think so too. He
Yeah.
needs to light it up in the Open Cup.
Yep.
He needs some. Yeah, he needs something. Something's got to give.
Nah, that's
Um,
gonna be the Dejan Joveljic show, man.
Shit,
I hope so,
That's
too.
what I'm hoping for too. All right, you got any questions there for us, Brian? By any chance?
I do. Stall for a minute.
I am stalling. Hey, this is how you stall. What's up, guys? How you guys doing? How's your Easter going? Yeah, is that enough
right.
stalling?
We're good.
All right, cool. Go for it.
Oh yeah.
Alright.
Hey, HBO has the Batman tomorrow.
Oh,
Just in case.
I have other ways to watch it, and I still choose not to watch it.
We already saw Snooze Fest, Chewy.
Yeah.
To one another.
Yeah, I got enough material
Damn it.
to sleep good.
Hey.
To Logan Jones, he has two comments.
Okay.
Jonathan Bond saves us once again. Also, so VAR doesn't go just one way for a team.
Yeah, it does not.
Apparently.
That's the way VAR works.
And we have a question from Bangarang77. What's up with your Apple and Spotify uploads?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll upload it this
Yeah.
time. I know we always say like, oh, if you're
It's
listening
'cause-
to this later, come join the chat. Well, how are they gonna listen to this later when we put it out?
Okay.
Sorry.
Yeah, that's my
That's on
bad.
us. That's
Brian,
on us.
remind me, don't leave without it being uploaded. Because then it's your fault. All right. You guys listening, this is Brian's fault if this episode's not up by tomorrow morning.
But if it is
it's all my doing. Brian had nothing to do with it.
perfect, and that does it for the questions.
Ah, dope. All right.
Dude, I get it. There
Yeah.
was nothing to. There was
Yeah.
nothing.
There was no question of
There
this
was
game.
Yeah,
Oh, there was a black party. If you want to talk about that,
I wasn't
What?
there.
I wasn't there either.
Nah,
There,
it
we
wasn't
talked
very-
about it. All right.
I think
So,
we're good.
oh shit, we had to give awards.
Fuck. All right.
Game is off.
Ooh,
I will.
easy.
Yeah. Shit. I don't know if it's easy,
Well, it's easy for me.
but let me see. Damn. Fuck. I don't even know.
I got one.
Me too.
Brian, go for it.
I'll give it a Samuel Grancer. Coming from a these last two games, he was hot. The one that Costa gave him should have been his. He's off.
All right.
That's it.
I'm gonna bust an LAFC and copy paste.
Copy paste. Let's go.
Nah, but yeah, I guess you're right. Costa's a good
Control V.
one. Nah, I guess you're right. From all the praise we gave Grand Sir, but again, it's tough because there was no one to unlock that space for him.
Yeah. Is this a game that we could have used Vasquez?
You know what? Fuck it. I'll go with Revolution. Non-factor.
Yeah,
That's what I'm gonna go with because I just answered my own question. There was nobody there to unlock that defense for him. So I mean, I don't want to put too much blame on him because it's not his position. But yeah, he was a non-factor in a very, very vital position on the field. So
But we don't need a number 10. We need another center back.
we need more center backs and more wingers. No, we don't need a number. We don't need a cam. So yeah, Revolution. Sorry, bro, but
Yeah.
you get the games off award.
I'll go with Sega. He was bad.
On a shutout. Cool. Good job.
Dude, he
Wait,
fucked up.
wait.
He fucked up
You
a
said
few
it
times.
yourself.
No, I did.
Yeah,
I
you
did.
said it yourself.
I did.
You said it yourself. It was his
Dude,
fault.
let me talk shit to Chewy. Don't fucking help him.
No, he's my friend.
Go ahead. What about you guys? Willis or Edgar?
go ahead, Willis.
All right, I'll go. I'm gonna have to say Revolution. I mean, he's been playing not so great. I think what we're used to him playing. So the last game against Chivas USA, he had a little fumble that almost cost us. And this game, he actually didn't really produce much. And he was like you said, he was a non-factor. It's hard for me to say like, oh, he is playing really bad because we've seen how good he is. He's just had these last couple games hasn't been playing well, and then his game is off. That's what we come to expect from him. So I'm gonna say Revolution.
Edgar.
Yeah, it's funny. I was thinking Revolution before anybody mentioned him, but yeah, it's not just this game because he squandered a very good opportunity by launching the ball like way up, halfway up, out of the stadium. But he hasn't been playing to the standards that we're used to him. I mean, granted, we only had to see him for like what the last year, but what we saw last year was something that we really enjoyed. I mean, aside from scoring some bangers, he was a very reliable, player on the field. Expected him to come in, day out, and always perform to a high level. But it seems to me that so far this season, it's like he's off to a false start, and you're still waiting for him to really get going, and it still hasn't happened. And I'm one of the reasons why Galaxy got some victories last season was because they managed to score some goals in clutch situations, and Revolution was one of the reasons they scored some really clutch goals. And he hasn't done that this season, and maybe that's one of the missing ingredients for the Galaxy not doing better than they have. I mean, you can't complain too much about how they're doing right now, but when you think about things that could go one way or the other, they could be doing a lot better. And if Revolution were to go back to that same level of play that he had last year, I think we would be in a better situation.
Do you guys think that Vanny could have put out a better lineup to get the result, or do you think this was just let's go get a point away?
No, I think he could have put a better lineup. To Willis's point, or just the argument that we're giving about Revolution being the Game is Off award winner. The coach sees more than we do, so the fact that you had Efra as an option, and I mean even Kleshin, I guess to say that has played that position, or trying Costa, but you went with somebody that doesn't play that position, and it showed, and it really really showed. I think that he could have put a better lineup. I don't think he was playing for the 0-0. I really don't think so.
I mean, you kind of had 3 CDMs playing in the middle.
Yeah, but you didn't line them up as like that.
That's true.
Yeah, but they still play in a CDM mentality. So I mean, yeah, it's true you put him at the kind, but he doesn't have those tendencies. So maybe it was that. Maybe he was just playing for the point.
Vanny hasn't gotten that many Game is Off awards, and I think he deserves a couple.
I gave him one already.
Could this been a game that he probably could have got it? I mean, we got a point away. Yeah, we got a point away. I know we're nitpicking because we want this to be interesting.
I mean, you got to remember though, Chicago's such a weird team where, like I just mentioned, they don't give up a lot of goals, but they don't score a lot either. So if you're gonna fall into that trap where you're stuck in a 0-0 draw with them, that's what they do. They try to grind you down and try to score goals and scrap for goals wherever they can because Shaqiri hasn't really, clicked yet. So, I mean, once that guy gets going, I think they're going to be a more dangerous team, especially because Ezra Henderson is a really smart guy. And, I mean, he's been on a couple teams that won cups already in a management position. So he knows what it takes to win. And so for us to get, to get out of there with a scoreless draw, I mean, you could shrug your arms and be like, damn, what a boring match. But hey, a point is a point. And if you're going to be successful, you got to win ugly, and I guess you got to draw ugly too, right? You got to get points where you can, and then move on to the next match.
Yeah,
At least we didn't lose. At least we didn't lose.
Yeah. All right.
I think, wasn't there like a statistic that I think Chicago didn't get any shots on goal or something like that?
None of them did.
Nobody got shots.
No, there was no shots on goal the whole game.
Oh, for that?
For both
there was
teams.
0 saves and 0 shots on goal.
Yeah.
I mean, it's kind of hard to forget that because, we actually had some shots on goal, but they were called off, right?
No,
I didn't forget.
What's that kid? That kid made a save. The one that was in front of Julian. That's why Julian was all pissed off. you see that? You guys saw the handball? That
Oh,
Julian was
yeah.
because the guy literally jumped in front of the ball.
Dove
like
and
a
he
keeper.
punched the ball away.
Yeah, he punched the ball out. Like he punched the ball out, and
Julian
Julian
could
was
have
livid.
took off down the line.
Yep. That should have been a yellow at least. That should have been a card. Like Julian was livid on that.
I guess it wasn't our day with the ref either.
It doesn't.
You got heart, man.
The honorable mention.
Mm-hmm.
I got one.
Go for it.
We're gonna go with Leardom. Back-to-back games where he plays in a position that he's a plug-in, and he's done his job. One of the players that we brought in to be a plug-in in any position, basically, and he's done his job. I'm very happy with this, with his performances. He doesn't need to do too much. He just needs to do his job.
All right. I'll go with his partner in crime. I'm gonna go with Mark Delgado. I don't know what his passing percentage was, but I'm actually gonna check. I feel like I don't remember him turning over the ball or making any mistakes, and he was doing his Mark things.
Yeah, he got hit.
87%.
He got hit a few amount of times.
Yeah.
Pretty good hits too.
Well, whenever he turned over the ball, it was definitely not in a dangerous spot, and I guess seeing the way Revolucion's been playing, it was nice to see Mark back in there, and it doesn't look like he skipped a beat. So we'll go with Mark Delgado.
Yeah. Same.
Damn. All right. Well, I'm gonna say Raheem Edwards. I think Raheem Edwards.
Raheem.
He didn't have a great enough game to be, I guess, next standing, but he did have a solid game, which he's been showing this whole year. Tried to create from that left wing, going up and down, running up and down, chasing people down. Basically, he's fighting for every ball, dude. I love that guy.
Very fiery. There was a play where Jimenez dropped him, and then he got up in his face like, "What's up, dude?"
He turned him twice.
Yep.
He didn't
What
like
up,
that.
brother?
So, vato.
Yeah, he
like
said
that.
fiery.
Fiery guy.
No, I'm gonna go with Raheem Edwards as well, because he continues to do the same things that make him has made him one of the most outstanding players on the team this season. It just so happened that we didn't score any goals this time around. He had no real shots on goal, right? But he continues to try to plug away. And if you're if you're an opposing team, and you're starting to see this body of work as the season's coming along, then to really pay attention to him and not let him slip by. And a team that's so defensive minded as Chicago, you knew they were gonna try everything possible to try to limit his opportunities. But Raheem Edwards still continued to plug away, and it just so happened that Chicago did their homework. They didn't let him really get loose, and but that was the entire team. Galaxy didn't. It was a frustrating game to watch. If you love seeing people score goals, but if you're some kind of crazy person who just gets off on scoreless draws, and this is your nirvana, baby.
Gets off.
That's me, by the way. That's me.
I'm gonna gift that right there.
That's a cool gift.
So we got one left, right?
The nag standing.
That's standing. Do you think we're gonna sweep this? Should I just start?
This is sweep. I think so.
Yeah.
This
it's
game
sweet.
had one moment,
Yep.
right?
One moment.
Cabral. Just kidding. Yeah, Jonathan Bond. It's got to be.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
This whole conversation is way different if he doesn't make that save.
Oh, I think we're shitting on every player even more.
Yeah.
If that goes in.
We
So
can-
then
I think
there was one
we'd be
shot on goal.
we'd be handing out
No,
we'd
it's
be handing
not-
out
he didn't
3
shoot it.
Geo awards.
Oh,
Yep.
Yeah. We'll be hashtagging Vanny out.
Yep.
Close though.
I mean,
Yeah, Bond, bro. Fucking Bond, dude. How the fuck did they find this guy?
I don't know. He's good at
In the
that.
yellow
but-
pages.
That's gotten
They
gotten-
find him a recycler, man.
he
Yeah, he's good. He's just good, man. His reactions are good, and he's actually fixed the problem that he's had last year.
Man, we actually saw it in this game. No, it was still there.
questionable.
Don't push your luck,
He's gotten
dude.
better. Nah, he's gotten better at it. He's definitely gotten better at it. So it's still there, but he's gotten better.
I mean,
And
he's
he's
got.
gotten better. Come on, guys.
He's still from England, and you see what being an English goalkeeper does to people who are playing in England as a goalkeeper.
Yeah, if you don't believe
Zach.
us. Yeah, Zach Steffen.
It just so happens that this time the set pieces where we get scored on, it's not only his fault now. is the whole defense because they're pretty bad set piece, which I don't know why.
Yeah,
we
they
have
lose
two
their
big guys like
marks.
Koulibaly and Williams in the middle. So it's not
I
only
mean, they're
Bondi.
not tall either, so.
Yeah, no. But at least this game, he, Spider-Man that shit. Everybody gets one.
Yeah.
He gave us the one.
That's fine.
He got us the point.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Bondi.
That's beautiful. He came out like a hockey goalie and closed down that angle, and then when that guy took the shot, he stuck that pad out and blocked the shot. Man, beautiful.
I mean, to be honest, the dribble of the offensive player, horrible. He looked like he was on
but
super
no.
slow-mo.
Nah, the way he came out, the timing of your run.
The way he
it's
came out,
important.
the way he came out, he closed them out, dude. He closed them out perfectly.
Yeah, he forced him to make that move.
He closed the angle. Yeah.
Well, Bond gets the player of the match. The next Danny player of the match. Ding,
Yes.
ding, ding, ding.
Anyone disagree?
Nope.
Chewy?
Huh?
Nope.
No.
That's exactly how we feel about this game.
I'm over here distracted because the dogs are walking around.
Same.
They're leaving because they didn't like Bond. They're
Damn.
like, nah, fuck this show. I'm out.
Damn, we all left.
They literally, when you guys said Bond, player of the game, and it's like, nah, we're out.
I guess we're good.
So yeah, you're good, Chewy. Bondi.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Right.
He's the only. There was nothing good about this game, dude. So yeah.
Cool.
I mean, 0-0 shutout. That's good, I guess, right?
It's away. It's an away point. Let's stop bitching, right?
yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
An away point that we're gonna need at the end of the season.
Yeah. Watch us make the playoffs by 1 point.
Wow.
We needed that 1 point last year, so there you go.
There you go. Yeah, that's a point we would have definitely taken last year. All right, cool. I mean, the show actually ran longer than I thought. You guys are good?
Yeah, we're good.
Yeah.
And we'll make sure to
Are we
post
gonna-
this on Spotify and Apple. We'll make
Hey
sure.
guys, I mean, just real quick. What do you guys expect for Tuesday's match? Because that's before the midweek show.
If there's
And it's Orlando. It's against Galaxy, royalty right there. So, what do you guys expect for that match?
I think
Smash.
Yeah, I think we should. I think I want to believe in the dead pieces we have, and I think we should easily win that game. 3-1 sounds good to me.
Think so?
Unless
I want to.
Unless Landon suits up, then
Oh yeah. Then it's then
we
it's
lose.
That would be amazing.
See him suit up
We
one more
should make
time?
that happen.
with the number 26.
Suit up.
Hell yeah.
Damn, that's what I'm about to say right now too. With the number 26, man, fucking Landon, bro.
Yeah.
I love that guy.
Yeah, well, of course we all do.
Pinche
By the way,
Donovan.
if you guys have extra tickets
Chill.
to the game, put them online. Don't sell them. Don't be one of those people. These are free tickets. If you guys don't know who to give them to, you can send them our way, and we'll pass them out. We'll post it, or we'll retweet you guys. You guys could tag us, and we'll retweet it for you guys. Because there's it's a Tuesday game.
Tuesday night, at least.
Yeah, you might not be able to make it, so yeah, give it to a G that doesn't get to go to a bunch of games and maybe can't afford it and
yeah.
make their night.
Be cool.
Yeah.
Be cool.
Cool.
We're good.
All right, good.
Golden.
All right, if you want to find me on any social medias, I am Eddie Neggs on all social platforms,
You
all
can-
of them, like all of them. Bryant,
Find me as Bryant Nags on Instagram and Twitter. Bryant Nags on Fantasy. I took my first L this week.
yeah, that's right, bitch. I don't even know how I did.
Thank you, Chewy. By 1 point.
By
Fucking
one
shit, bro.
fucking point, dude. Holy
Damn it.
shit.
And you know who you're up against next?
Who?
Oh, you got Edgar.
You want to
Yeah.
get wrecked too? All right.
Oh yeah, dude, no.
You gotta get it right.
I think you're
57
winning. I think you're
assassins,
winning next
baby.
game, Brian. I think you're winning next game. I think you got it.
Right.
All right, you guys. Edgar, your fantasy name?
Your fantasy name,
57 assassins, baby.
Grand Edgar.
You can find me on Twitter as Edgar Nags. I'm just gonna put it out there right now. The first person that DMs me and wants a ticket to that game against San Diego Loyal,
There you go.
you can have my ticket because I won't be able to attend the match. So hit me up.
There you go.
There it is. Bruce.
Nice.
Or DM DM Nag
I mean-
if you can't find Edgar. That fair, Edgar?
That's fair.
Okay, cool.
Nice.
Go ahead.
Okay. Well, you can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Splitless_89.
Sweet Chin Plowster.
Chewy, also, where can they find you, bro?
You guys can find me on all my social media as Chavez JA, Chavez Ha. Pretty easy, pretty simple.
All right, cool. I'm kind of sad though. I'm not gonna see you guys next week
Oh, why?
because I won't be here
Where were you, Billy, sir?
having fun.
Boo this man.
Hi.
Maybe. No, but yeah, I'll make sure these guys put something together. If it's not me or if it's
We
not
got you
you,
guys.
it'll be Brian.
I'll still
Somebody.
be here talking my shit.
Yeah.
So tune in.
I'll try to report from there, depending how I feel. I guess
Oh, you should. That'd be tight.
thank you everyone for watching. If you are listening to this later, make sure you join the live chat. It is fun. People talk shit, mostly about Cabral this game. Yeah, I think that does it. And this was a scoreless podcast as well. For Bryant, Chewy, Edgar, Willis, my name's Eddie. We're gonna get up out of here. Till next time.
Keep on nagging.
Keep on nagging.
Oh.
Keep on.
Ding-a-ding-a-ding-a-ding-a-ding.